Good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. It's the Que-stead show. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. First of all, I'd like to begin by apologizing. I said that I would be back on yesterday for the vanilla thing, and I got tired last night. Although I did do the vanilla, what I ended up doing was I went out and bought another pint of Bacardi to top off the 2-year Bacardi that I had gone into. And so on today, I will be cutting the vanilla and adding some more vanilla beans to it, because although the vanilla was very dark and it's still dark, it lightened up some, and it has the liquor smell, so I know that it needs to steep again. So it'll be ready in 6 months, and I'm gonna try to stay out of it because I'm putting it up in the cabinet in 2 weeks. And then I want to add a few more vanilla beans to that Grey Goose half pint vanilla that I made, because although I didn't expect it to darken real soon, it's still, I think I need more vanilla in it. Even if it turns into a double fold, that's fine, because I have 20 beans left. My sister, she declined on going in half on the 12-year Kirk and Sweeney to make a vanilla for she and I. So I told her, you're lost, because the freebies are over with now, because I have to make this last. Because Sherry was like, why are you making up so much vanilla? You don't need that much. That's true, but you know, I was giving some of it away and stuff like that. So I just wanted to have enough, and I wanted to try different varieties and 2 years and whatnot. But it's over now, because now that I'll be keeping the 2 quarts. I'll keep my Bacardi quart. That's a 2-year, and it's 1 year down, so I'll be able to start using that next year. But the Kirk and Sweeney, I have to wait 2 years. So I told her about that. I said, while I'm using one, the other one will still be steeping. So, and then my little pint size, I filled that back up after I did the Bacardi yesterday. I filled the pint up before I put the Bacardi into the 2-year rum vanilla, so that took it down even more. Actually, the bottle took the whole pint, so I had used the whole pint of it, because you know the quart is 2 pints. So I did that, and so today I will be adding more vanilla beans to each one, and I will save the rest. I'm gonna use 10 vanilla beans today, and then I'll save the 10 left over, and they'll keep forever. I'm gonna put them in a dry, dark place. They're wrapped up, they're away from air, so those vanilla beans will last. So I won't have to buy any more when the time comes to use some more. And like I said, I may make the vanilla tincture and the vanilla oil stuff. You know, I just have extra vanilla here. So that's that. Okay, so that was that. And then I was too tired to start the seeds last night. I better get a move on. This is the 27th, so I need to get that done. And actually, I'm gonna plant my peas today, because I have a thing in my front yard that I showed you. That's where I grew my peas last year, and they did really well. So, and I grew those later. I grew those in the fall, and I got quite a few peas. So I'm gonna stick some peas out there today, because the dirt is unthawed. Why not? It's almost March, and this is the time. And I'm actually gonna be planting a lot more than what I said. Your March plants, I'm planting my cabbage now. We are definitely, and I'm trying not to switch subject, because I do that all the time, but it's on the same subject as far as the planting early and starting my seedlings early. Our weather today is about 70 degrees out here. I'm sitting outside with no coat. I have on a sweatshirt, you know, but it's beautiful out here. And I'm gonna show you what I've done today thus far, because I said I was gonna start working on this backyard. So I worked until I felt a little tired, and I sat down, and I will continue tomorrow. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, you can start your cabbage in March. You could actually plant seeds outdoors in March, but I'm not doing that. I'm gonna just start my seedlings. I'm starting my cabbage. I'm starting my greens, those, and my Swiss chards. Those. Oh, and I decided to try my hand. I've never been successful with growing cauliflower or broccoli. I've tried both years ago. I'm gonna try my hand at those plants again. So I'm starting some broccoli and I'm starting some cauliflower, because I'm thinking with the greenhouse, that's all bets are off. Things are gonna happen. Just like I had always been unsuccessful with growing cabbage until last year. In the greenhouse, I grew in there, and that cabbage did well until I messed it up by over watering it. So I learned that lesson last year, so I won't make that same mistake. So I'm planting those. Those are my cold crops. I'm starting the ground cherries. Those are to be started now. I'm starting the peppers, and since I'm doing a slew of those, my whole 72 cell tray is going to be full. I'm starting my sister's peanuts. Ooh, I forgot what all I'm starting. So I may come back on tonight to show you what I'm starting and just do that, because that won't take but a few minutes. My seed starting mix, I poured some of that, what I will need today, into water, and it soaked up really well. It's nice and moist. It's perfect. So that's ready for me, and I'm just ready to get going. And then next month, I will start everything else that I need to start in the month of April. And hopefully the greenhouse will be up by then, or close to being put up. So I'm all ready and set to go. So let me get up real quick, because we're at 6 minutes. I want to keep it under 15. So let me show you what I did today. I went around the yard and I picked up all the loose sticks. Remember, the tree cutters came. You know, I had trees cut, although I had cleaned up my mess last July when my trees were trimmed. But they trimmed my neighbor's trees back right before Christmas, and so they cleaned up as much as they could, but lots of sticks fell into my yard, and I'm not blaming them. I'm just glad that the trees are cut. And you can see some of the spots where they did some cutting. All that, where you see those nubs on the trees, all that was hanging over on my side. So I'm thanking God that's less. I mean, I'll get some leaves, but it won't be nothing like how it's been. And my neighbor, he said he's got more stuff to do over there too, so we'll see what happens. But what I did was I walked around the yard. Now, this is what I picked up, some of it, because and I'm saving this for the fire pit. So this will have a spot pretty soon, probably on the side of the house there, and I will use that for the fire pit. It will get burned. Okay, so I got all the, well, I see a few sticks still around the yard. Then I decided to rake the flower bed back here. I did that one little pile, and I was like, oh no, it was working on my legs. Here's a stick here, let me pick it up. I was like, oh no, this is just too much for me. And y'all know I'm still recovering from my MS attack, so I have to take it easy. I don't want to have any setbacks, especially this time of the year. So those leaves, I only did that spot right there. And see how, you know, it's been composting down for years. See how nice that soil looks? But I have flowers that grow all along here. But this year I just won't have them, because I just can't handle those leaves. And I will run the lawnmower to mulch them down some. And I see some more sticks down there. Maybe we'll throw this with it. I'll get all that later. And then I came over to my keyhole garden, and I worked on that a little bit, because I had a lot of bricks that were tossed and had fallen over because of the greenhouse. And so I have some stuff that's coming back. I have my raspberry bush that my friend gave me, and then she gave me some, I think, arugula. It's something that comes back every year. So I have 3 perennials, and everything is budded. So, and I'm very happy about the that's a blackberry, raspberry, golden raspberry, and then I think it's arugula that my friend gave me. We're garden buddies, so for perennials we share. So I did some strawberries up for her, the white pine, And this is a keyhole garden, and I explained that in some of my other videos. There's my compost, so it's going to start working again, so I can start collecting my, oh, it hurt me to my heart over the winter to have to throw away scraps, because I couldn't keep them because it was too much, you know, it was too hard for me to just come outside and put into the compost bins. So that's one. So I still have, it's still feeding the soil. Look how nice that soil looks. And I have to fill it up. This was filled to the top of the bricks, but it worked its way down. So I'm gonna fill it with some more compost in the spring. I get free compost and free soil from my garden club that I belong to. So I'll be doing that. Ooh, that's a lot of work though, but I've got to do it because it's free. And then all this mess has to be cleaned up. And let's see, did I clean the sticks out of the garlic bed? And I need to put some more hay in that. I'm waiting on, oh, wait a minute, I think I see a garlic sprout here. Wait a minute, now this is my step. I don't have anything planted here. I purposely left that so that I could walk into the bed if need be. Something's coming up. I think that's the garlic, y'all. Look at there. My garlic is coming up in February. Wait a minute, I'm sounding all excited. And this is the music variety. Yes, it is. My garlic has arrived. Okay, so I need to get this bed situated, cleaned up, and I need to get more hay in it and more dirt. I got a bag of dirt over there by the keyhole garden, and I need to fix this because it's looking mighty rough and rugged. Ooh, but I'm thanking God that garlic came up. I need to pull that sign up out of there. I get excited about the least little things. And I won't be bringing my bench pads out. And I got my wind chimes. Wait a minute, we had a windy day like we do today, and those things were making too much noise while I was trying to sleep. I had to come out at 11 p.m. to pull those wind chimes down. I'll hang them up later. I left my little African ones up that my cousin gave me. I've got a rain collector over here. Now this little area here, it needs to be raked, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna probably just take the blower. A friend of mine made me these. He's an artist. I turned them around so that the snow wouldn't ruin them, but this is one. It's about my city, and I'll turn this around. I probably could do it now, but you know what? We could still get another snowstorm. And then he made me that one. You can't see it yet, but it will be turned around. Hold on, y'all. Well, just to mess up my wind chimes. There we go. Okay. So I didn't do anything over here today. This is where I'll begin tomorrow. And then I've got the brush that I'll get moved on tomorrow. I still have to get, you know, through here with the leaf blower. I did rake my flower bed. Now these flowers are coming up now. And so I raked that out, and I left the piles, you know, along there. So I'll bring out my leaf bags tomorrow, and I will not be throwing my leaves away. I will pile them in the leaf bags and put them on the other side or behind the shed. I use my leaves for phosphorus for my plants and stuff. So yeah, I'll be keeping those leaves, or I'll put them into my compost. I could probably do that now because my compost is broken down halfway. Oh, and as you can see, the water barrel is now moved. So that water emptied out beautifully, and it was light as a feather, like I said. So I moved it over there for now. And then I raked along there too, along where my fruit bushes are. So like I said, I'm gonna still have JD to measure the width. If it's 10 feet wide, I'm not sure if it is. If it's 10 feet wide, the greenhouse can actually go there. If it's not, then we'll try to go with the spot over there. And then my last resort will be our original plan, which was going to be to run it from the end of the patio down to the hill. But I kind of wanted to come the opposite way. I think it'll work. So we shall see. Okay, so that's basically it. So it doesn't look like I've done anything, but each day, tomorrow, the first thing will be the leaf blowing. That will be first, because that way I could get everything, all the side stuff cleaned up. Then the next thing will be putting the leaves in the bags and getting that stacked up nicely behind the shed over there, out of view. Then that's tomorrow's Wednesday. Then on Thursday, I will start on this side and get the flower bed over there raked and underneath that bench there. And then, and then I'll get some hay put into the garlic bed since the garlic is coming up. And then after that, I will just start stacking up all that mess that came out of the greenhouse. I'm gonna just stack that neatly up against the shed so that it'll look a little bit better. And technically, with this warm weather, I could almost cut the grass, not to cut the grass itself because it's not growing yet, but what I could do is run that lawnmower later just to mulch up those leaves. So it would look a lot better once that's done. Believe me, that would be the finishing touch. And then I'm not gonna put my pads, I got chairs, the patio chairs, they'll stay flipped. I'm gonna wash down the furniture. If we get another warm day like this, wash down the picnic table so that things will be ready. Get that little rug washed. Get my pads, I can get those washed up and just put back in the shed because I have a pad for this bench. I have a pad for the bench over there. I have pads for those chairs. What else? Oh, I have another bench out further out in the yard. It's somewhere out there, but I know I have another bench. And then this bench my neighbor gave me before she moved, I need to paint that. And then I need to buy a pad for that. So, yep. So it'll look nice soon enough, but yep. And then I need to get the front done. And all I need to do up front is rake the beds and wait on my potatoes. So once those arrive, then I'll get the beds up there raked. And I have some perennial flowers in the other bed, so I need to get that raked before those start coming back to life. I think we're through with snow. We might get another snowstorm or something, but I think we're through with winter. And this is February 27th. This is unheard of. Usually we're still getting storms up until April, May. So this is like maybe the second year. Last year was like this, and we never looked back. The year before, I think we did get one more storm, but it wasn't nothing major. I hadn't run my snowblower. Last year, I didn't run it at all, period. The year before that, I didn't run it. This year, it was run one time when we had that one storm, and that was it. And that's at my neighbor's because he does mine and his because he lives on a hill. So I guess he'll be bringing it back back to me real soon here because I think we're done. Yep. So anyway, I'm rambling. So I'm going to get off of here. And I may or may not come back this evening, but I will show you the seed ceremony once that's either complete or when I'm ready to start. So anyway, yeah, this tree of mine right here is a dying tree that I'm afraid is gonna fall. That's the one I have to work on because it has a hole at the bottom. And the tree people, they trimmed it a little bit and then they told me, oh, it'll never fall. Huh. Don't tell me what won't happen. Look at how that thing's swinging now. And that's where most of the low sticks and stuff be coming from every time it's storm. And it barely gets leaves, so I know that it's a rotting tree. That's the only one I'm afraid of now. I'm still afraid of this one because we can get a tornado too. And look at it, that tree has budded already. And then those two back there, that one that's swinging in the corner and these two right here, those are getting cut. In fact, I saw my electric company cutting trees down the main street today, so it won't be long. They'll be getting me this spring because I'm on the list. Because my trees are in the power line and there's a transformer back here and we lose our power because of these doggone trees. So they said we're gonna just take them down. We're not gonna trim them because every year they have to come and do something about those trees when our power goes out. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that for sure. Alrighty, so I'm gonna get off of here once again and I will talk to you all later and may God bless you all. Bye-bye.